Okay. Okay. Hello. Welcome back. We are happy that we are back now. We sincerely apologize for the break in transmission. We have to do a little rescheduling so that we will be able to anchor the program as it's supposed to be. So, our first speaker is going to be Gift Joseph, no more Terry or Modibo. Indeed, Terry really had great challenges coming up. So I even wanted to come on his behalf to take over the lesson, but he didn't accept. He said he must speak here, that he must speak here. So Terry will become our last speaker for today. Right now, Gift is here with us. She is ready to come up to teach us, to give us a good discussion on how we can become intentional leaders. So before then, let us see a brief, or let us see more about Gift. Let us read more about her so that you will know who is going to talk to you actually. Gift Joseph is a vibrant, multidimensional young lady who is passionate and committed to youth development and helping individuals improve their lives. For profitability, leveraging on personal development strategies. She is the founder of Petran Africa, a social enterprise focused on raising and building intentional young minds for global relevance through providing them with the right mindset and skill sets. With Petran Africa, she is working toward the goal 4 of the SDG, which is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. She is the founder of Petran Reading Club, which is committed to inspire and promote reading and enhance our minds while providing an atmosphere that promotes growth, profitability, and relevance. She has been privileged to train quite a number of people on topics of personal development at the age of 20, and she has even trained up to 20 plus people online and on physical events. She is a facilitator of the smartphone graphic design course, an online course that helps young persons like her to create another source of income by learning how to create stunning designs with their smartphones. Kate is always seeking for opportunities to become a better person. She has participated in different learning sessions and has got certified in various trainings where she acquired knowledge and skills in the area of leadership, entrepreneurship, and ethics. She is a multiple winning award for personal development. She studied office technology and management from the Federal Polytechnic of Imo, that is Nekede. She enjoys music, adventures, designing, volunteering, and entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, please, whatever you are doing, can we clap for this awesome personality? Let us clap for this awesome personality, please. Let's clap for her. As she will be coming on. Let's clap for her. Let's clap for her. Let's clap for her. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, great. Yes, finally we have our speaker here. We have her here. If you're welcome, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I was almost getting shy with the whole of that introduction. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes, it's a
Okay,
privilege
before
to
you
be
start,
with
please.
you.
Okay, before you start, I want to use this time to indeed show appreciation for what you have been doing. I've been watching you from far. You have been relentless in helping people grow. This is something that if we continue to do, definitely our society is going to be better. So thank you for this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I also want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me your platform, this opportunity to share from my bank of knowledge. Is a great privilege, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted. So thank you so very much. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
The pleasure is
So
mine.
good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you're watching this broadcast. Okay, whichever time you're watching, accept my greetings. How is your weekend going? Hope your weekend is going on well. Hope your weekend is going on well. So if you can hear me, please let me know where you are watching me from. I can hear some noises. Is it from your end?
I doubt.
Oh,
I
okay. It's cool now. Yeah. So if you're watching me, let me know where you're watching me from. And if you're watching the replay, let me see the hashtag replay. Let me know where. I hope I have people with me. I can't see. I hope I have people with me. I hope I'm not speaking to myself. I hope I have few persons with me. Okay. So can
yes,
you
we
hear
have
me?
people watching. Yes, I can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay, please, for me to be able to see your comments, you have to give StreamYard the permission to share your comments, okay? Because I would love to flow with you. Give StreamYard the permission to share your comments so I would be able to see your comments and flow with you as well, right? Okay, so let's dive into today's business. Um, Today or this moment, I'll be speaking with you on the topic becoming an intentional leader. Becoming an intentional leader. We have three keywords there. We have becoming, we have intentional, and we have leader, right? So I'm going to explain briefly on these keywords, these three keywords, becoming. Now, when we talk about becoming, what do you understand? You hear the word becoming. Becoming is a progressive step. Becoming is you making efforts to become better. Okay, it is not an end goal. It is not you achieving something and then when you achieve, because the moment you tell yourself, okay, I just want to achieve this thing, and when you achieve that thing, for you, you're done. You're done with that. Now, the moment you tell yourself you are done, automatically you have stunted your growth. Automatically you have stunted your growth because your mindset has already been configured that this is the much you can achieve, this is how far you can go. But when it comes to becoming is a progressive step. There is no end. Okay, you need to leave that end, the end, you need to leave it open. Okay, so you can see yourself moving forward at every point in time. So it is a progressive step. It's not about you arriving somewhere or achieving a certain goal. No, it is not about arriving somewhere, but it is about you making progressive step, making efforts each day to be better. That is becoming. And if you're one who is intentional about your growth, you should know that your becoming has no end, just as learning has no end. Your becoming has no end. As long as you're still living, you need to leave that, you need to leave the end open, in quotes, leave it open. I hope you're getting me. Let me see our chat. If you're getting my points, please let me see, okay? I would love to see your chat. Now, that is it about becoming. It is setting yourself in motion, a way of continually becoming better. That is becoming, right? And then the other word is intentional. Now, when you talk about okay, let me put the two words intentional leader. We have becoming an intentional leader, right? Now, when we talk about intentional leader, this is the process of you as a leader. Intentional leader is one who has decided in advance how you want to be perceived. How do you want to be perceived first, and then how do you want people to perceive you? That is you becoming an intentional leader. But you would want to ask, some persons would want to ask, am I a leader? Because so many persons feel when you talk about leader, it means, I mean, you need to be in this leadership position like a president, a director, for you to be called a leader. But today, I want to tell you that you may consider yourself a leader. Yes, you may consider yourself a leader. Do you lead at home? In fact, are you a senior sibling? Do you have younger ones at home that you would say, you do this, you do that, I want you to do this? When you're going out, you say, before I come back, I want you to finish this. Do you see yourself in such position? In church, do you see yourself in a position where you lead a certain number of persons? In your office, do you see yourself controlling a few, oh sorry, not even controlling, working with a few number of persons? So you may want to consider yourself a leader. If you lead at home, you lead at school, you lead in the office, you lead your colleagues, your co-workers, you may want to consider yourself a leader. But the thing is, there is a difference between being a leader and being an intentional leader. I hope you're getting me. First, I said you may want to consider yourself a leader with the scenario I gave, with the instances I gave. Now, let me give you this definition of leader. Brent Brown states, anyone who takes responsibility for recognizing the potential in people and ideas has the courage to develop that potential. Just like I explained, do you see yourself taking responsibility to help people? So, by this definition, I will say I am a leader with what I do, right? Because every day of my life, I see people, I try to make people better. I try to help people develop their potential. So, by this definition, I am a leader. And I know for a fact that there are few of you watching me there who are in the same in this same situation. So you are leaders in one way or the other. As long as you see yourself trying to help people become better, you are a leader. All right. Now, talking about intentional leadership, intentional leader is about your mindset, your attitude, your behavior, your actions, and your willingness to step up and take responsibility. That is what makes you an intentional leader. I'm going to take that again. Please, someone should put it in the comments. Okay, I need someone to put it in the comments for me. Being an intentional leader is about your mindset, attitude, actions, behavior, and willingness to step up and take responsibility. I need someone to put that in the comments for me. Okay, someone should put that in the comments. That is what makes you an intentional leader. For you to get things done. See, intentional leaders get things done. You know why? Because they are intentional. So it is one thing for you to be a leader, and it's another thing to be an intentional leader. It is one thing to be a leader. Someone should please put these quotes, just put them down for me in the comments, okay? Someone should be putting down these quotes. It is one thing for you to be a leader, and it is another thing to be an intentional leader. And I already stated the difference earlier. It's about your mindset, your attitude, your actions, and your willingness. So it's about your mindset first. It's about your mindset. Is your mindset reinvented as a leader? As an intentional leader, do you have a reinvented mindset? Because I need you to understand that intentional leadership is not about you. Yes, I know leadership begins with you. Now, before you could even call yourself a leader, can you lead yourself? See, being an intentional leader is not easy. Can you actually lead yourself? Can you set goals for yourself as, okay, this is what I want to achieve, and then you put it down to achieve it? That is you becoming an intentional leader. So before you think of leading people, before you think of leading a group of persons, can you lead yourself? That is one question you should ask. Now, this brings us to intentional leadership. Intentional leader is one who decides how he or she wants to perceive themselves and how they want to be perceived. Okay? So I hope you now understand the word becoming an intentional leader. All right? I hope you now understand the word intentional leader. Okay? I would love to see our comments. Okay, Ahmed is watching from Lagos. Ahmed, thank you for joining me. I can see Ahmed. Please, if you want me to see your comment, please give StreamYard. Okay, I can see Offer. Oh, sorry, pardon me if I can't pronounce the word correctly. Please pardon me. Offer is watching from Lagos. Thank you for joining. So please give StreamYard the permission to so I can see your name, because if you don't do that, I can only see your comment and I can't see your name. Thank you, sir, for this comment. Yes, it is one thing for you to be a leader and another thing to be an intentional leader. All right, so there is this another quote I want to give us now. Intentionality, please listen. Intentionality is the pedestal you need to design your life based on who you are. Intentionality is the pedestal, is the base, is the foundation, is the rock, whatever you want to call it. It is that foundation you need, that bedrock. Okay, let me call it a bedrock, a pedestal, a bedrock, a base. You need to design your life based on who you are. How do I see? There is this quote I love. If you follow me on Facebook, at the end of my post on Facebook, there is this statement I love putting. I said, intentionality is the surest path to fulfillment. And that is the truth. See, there is no two ways about it. There is no two ways about it. Intentionality is the surest path to fulfillment. Because the moment you decide to live your life to chance, you will get little or nothing. You will get see, you will get everything. It is a fact, it is a proven fact. It is a proven fact. If you must go far, if you must live a fulfilled life, then you must take your future into your hands. Nobody is going to do that for you. And this is why I'm saying intentionality is the bedrock. Thank you. It is the bedrock. It is the pedestal. It is the base. You need to design your life based on who you are, not based on who your friend is, not based on who your neighbor is, not based on what your mother or your father has said about you. But this is one mistake most of us are making. We are not living our life. We are living our life based on what people are saying. And at the end of the day, you see you living the life of other people because you have not become intentional. See, the moment you choose to be intentional, you will give yourself attention. Because intentionality brings self-awareness. The moment you tell yourself, I am in charge of my life, the moment you tell yourself that, then you will see yourself, you will see your life transforming. You even see your mind. A couple of days ago, I had a session on my WhatsApp status, reinventing your mind for growth. So you see your mindset is very crucial. It is very critical. It is very critical. The level you place your mindset is the level you can go. You cannot go beyond that. If you have placed your mindset at 50%, I tell you the level of your growth will be 50%. That is how powerful your mind is. And this is why you must be intentional if you really want to get so much out of life. If you really want to get so much from life, then you need to be intentional. All right. So that is that for the word becoming and intentional. Now you would want to ask, how do you set yourself to become an intentional leader? How do you set yourself in motion? Remember, I said give step. How do you set yourself in motion, right? How do you set yourself in motion? Now, the first is determination. How do you become an intentional leader? Determination. Somebody please put it down for me. Determination. Now I want to give you the strategies, the fact, the steps, how you can become this intentional leader. Okay, determination. Somebody should put it in the comment for me. Determination. Now, leadership is not about you. It's not about you. It is the ability for you to add value to others. I mean, that should be the paramount reason why you want to lead. It should be your paramount reason for you to lead. Why do you want to lead? Why do you want to even help people unlock their potentials? Why do you want to help people discover who they are? Why do you want to lead? That should be your paramount reason for why you want to lead. Decide what you stand for. Take a decision. What do you stand for? What are your values? You have the opportunity right now to write that course for yourself. You can't just wake up one morning and say, see, leadership is not easy. So you cannot just wake up one morning to say, I want to be a leader. I have seen myself, I mean, in so many scenarios, I have seen myself I have seen myself in this leadership position. And I must tell you, if you don't have this passion for people, you cannot lead. Please put it down for me. Put it down for me. If you don't have passion for people, you cannot lead. This is why you must have a cause. You must know what you stand for. You must know what you stand for. You must have values, beliefs for yourself. Leadership is not easy. It's not for the faint heart. In fact, leadership is not a walk in the park. Because at that point, you will see different character, you will see different attitude. Now you would want, how do I handle these people? How do I flow with this set of persons? That's why you must determine that's why you must take a decision. You must know what you stand for. Because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. In fact, you will fall for everything. And you cannot stand for everything. You cannot be everything. Decide what you want us to know. Yeah, don't just have it in your mind. Write down, what do you stand for? What do you want to be remembered for? What impact do you want to create? These are the decisions you should take for yourself. These are determination you should set for yourself before becoming an intentional leader. Now, I'm not talking about an ordinary leader. I'm talking about an intentional leader. And an intentional leader is intentional with everything. With everything about them, they are intentional. So, what impact do you want to create? What is your vision? Do you have it written down? Even before you lead people, see, if people cannot buy into your vision, they cannot work with you, they cannot flow with you. They cannot. They cannot. You must communicate your vision with people. They must understand, they must know what you stand for. That is a value, must be a value-based leader, not just a leader, value-based leader. Let people share your vision with you so they can flow with you. Imagine where I want to lead you. Okay, I call myself leader, and I tell you, okay, I have this set of persons I want to work with. I have a project for myself. Okay, I have it in my mind. I have this project. I have those things I want to do, but I fail to communicate with these people. Will these people work with me? I need a response. If I don't communicate my vision with them, if I don't communicate what I stand for, my values, can they work with me? Obviously, they cannot. Obviously, they can't work with me because they do not understand my vision. They do not understand what I stand for. They need to understand, communicate my vision with them. That is what makes you an intentional leader. So today, determine, take a decision, write down your vision, write it down. I know you want to be great, you want to be successful, but who do you want to be? Take your book, your dream book. Whenever I'm having sessions with my students, I always tell them, see, get a dream book. It's like your vision book where you write your visions, your dreams, and everything you want to become. Write it down. Don't just have it in your head. Your head cannot carry everything. Write it down where you always see, and then it will direct you. It will inform your everyday decision. Okay, I hope you're getting the drift. Now, that is the first one. I say how to become an intentional leader. Determine. Okay, determination. Yes, thank you. All right, thank you. So the first one I said is determination, and then the second cognition. Okay, recognition. Now you have decide what you stand for. The second is you identifying the gap between how, okay, now this is how I put it. Identify the gaps between how you want to be perceived and how you are now. You've taken a decision, you've taken a determination. Now you need to recognize that gap. What is that gap? What do you need to be where you are? So where you want to be. You need to identify the gap between how you want to be perceived and how you are now. That gap between where you are and where you want to be is as simple as that. Okay, just know that gap. What is that thing missing? That is the second one. Recognize it, identify it. What is that thing missing? What is in the gap between where you are now, who you are, and how you want to be perceived, where you want to be? Okay, that is the second one. Now, this is the time you need to have your vision set out. See, one thing most of us don't understand about vision is having a vision. It is your journey into becoming. Put it down. Having a vision can ease your journey into becoming. It can ease your journey. A man who doesn't have a vision cannot see far. It is your journey. Imagine you put it, okay, this is who I want to be, and every day, even when you're setting your goals, it will inform your decision. It will inform your goals to become that thing you want to become. That far you can see, that is your vision. Your goals are the step on how you can. Okay, it can ease your journey of becoming. So have a vision, write your vision. See, the holy book say, write your vision, make it plain and run with it. God has already in sorry, I'm a Christian, so it's going to inform my decision as well. Okay, write your vision, make it plain, write your vision. If God has already told us to write your vision, who are we not to do it? Write your vision so that it can stick into you. Okay, imagine you write it down, and then every day you're looking at it, you're reading at it, you're reading your vision, and then when you want to set your goals, you will not set your goals outside your vision. That is what it helps you do. Even when you're preparing your vision board, you will still prepare your vision board that relates with your vision, in relative with your vision. So you will not, it will be so easy for you. So you need to recognize that thief. And then when you recognize, have your vision, but make your vision authentic for you. Is another thing, is one thing writing your vision. This is who I want to be. I want to be this, I want to be that. I want to help young persons discover themselves. I want to help do this. Just equal is one thing having a vision. I want to help business. I want to help young women. I want to help women gain self-confidence. I want to help young children. You want to provide quality education. You want to provide good water, whatever your vision is, what without becoming a reality. So make it authentic for you. Make it happen for you. Focus on your why. And focus on who you are called for. I hope you know that it's not tomorrow when you want to speak and some set of persons are not listening to you. Say, these people are not listening to you. You have your own audience. Okay? You're not called for everybody. For instance, me, who am I called for? I am here to become intentional, help them improve their life through personal development. Those are my audience, those young persons that are yet to embrace intentionality. I am called to help them, to bring them out of that shackle, help them to discover themselves, help them to embrace intentionality. So because I know who I call for, I cannot go and be speaking to women who wants to gain confidence. Of course, it's still related, but I know who I am called for. So know who you are called for. Focus on your own. The first is determination. Determine who you want to be, the impact you want to create, who you want to be known for. Determine. And then when you're done, recognize the gap between how you are and how you want to be perceived. Recognize that gap, identify that gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Okay? And then the third is commitment. Commitment. Somebody please put it down for me. Commitment. That is the third one. Commit yourself to closing those gaps. So you see, it's something that is it takes you from this level to another level. The first, you are able to determine. The second, you identified, recognized, and identified. And the third is commitment. Now, this is where you commit yourself to closing those gaps. How do you achieve that? Develop yourself. Start start finding new voices. Voices. Get new perspective and new idea. Reinvent your mind. Commit yourself to growth. Commit yourself to continual learning. Do not limit yourself to any knowledge. All the knowledge you need, one person cannot give it to you. That is why you need to broaden your perspective. You need to broaden your perspective. You need to open yourself to new voices. You need to listen to voices. Now, let me share this brief story with you. How my journey of intentionality started. Yes, commit yourself to continual knowledge. Commit yourself to continual growth. It was 2019 that it started. How did it begin? It used to be an annual conference in one of the eastern states, right? I was still in school. I was still an undergraduate. So it started in the church. When he came, that was the first mentor I actually had. So he's the host for this event. So he came to the church that very day, my church and school, to get volunteers, right? I mean, naturally, I love to volunteer. I love to commit to the growth of a cause. And I love committing to the growth of any cause, right? So when he called for volunteers, I indicated interest. That was how it started. That was how it started. It was even when I went for the training, when I went for this conference, that was when my mind got reinvented. Read books, but don't limit yourself to one book, because the ideas you need is not in one book. Open your mind to new perspective. See, broaden your knowledge. And then when you're done listening to these voices, to these ideas, create your own model, create your own course. I tell people, see, that thing you want to be, whatever you want to be, there are people who have become that person you want to be. Even that thing you want to achieve, there are people that has gotten it. Okay. So now we are not talking about innovation, we are talking about invention. So start anything afresh. Everything you want to be, there are people that has become it. That's why we have mentors, we have role models, we have coaches, because you see in them that thing you want to become. That is why you go for them for mentorship. If you don't see it in there, you will not go to them. Am I lying? You go to them for mentorship because you have seen in them that you want to see in yourself. So attend conferences, attend seminars, pay for it if you need to pay. Knowledge is not free. Information is not free. See, the information you need to change your life is not free. Don't just depend on freebies alone. Don't. I'm not saying you should not take freebies, but please go beyond it. Question the status quo. Don't limit yourself to freebies alone. Pay and get information. You know, I laugh at people who feel they are dashing. When I see people that they think they are dashing people money for knowledge, I laugh at them. See, these people don't even know what they are doing to themselves. They don't know what they're doing to they feel they are dashing people. Who told you that? There is nothing free. Even salvation is not free. I'm not lying. Salvation is you still need to confess the Lord Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, right? So salvation, yes, salvation is free, but if you look at it closely, it is not free. You still have to confess Lord Jesus Christ, right? So nothing is free. Nothing is free. Don't depend on freebies alone. Commit yourself to pay for information. Take trainings, take courses. Have a concrete plan for yourself. Invest in your growth. It's painting that I see some young persons when you tell them get this course, they will say, it's expensive. But for them to use that same amount of money to get clothes, to get shoes, to get bag is not expensive. But when it comes to investing in your growth, it becomes expensive. Now let me shock you. Expensive is relative. Expensive is relative. What you feel is expensive for you may not be expensive for the next person. It depends on your values. Yes. It depends on that's why it's important to have values for yourself. If you value information, it will be your priority. If you value clothes, bag, it will be your priority. So it depends on your value. It depends on your belief. What are your values? Expenses is relative. For some persons, 5,000 is not expensive for them to invest in their growth. Why for some persons, when you say 5,000, you want to eat their money. But they can use that same 5,000 to purchase material things. I'm not asking you not to buy things for yourself, but you need to set your priorities right. As a young person, you need to set your priority right. You need to have concrete plan for your life. You need to have actionable concrete plan for your life. Set values for yourself. Stop saying things are expensive. Even if you don't have the money, if you don't have the resources at that time, YouTube is there, books are there, free trainings are there. Yes. What are you doing with them? Even on Facebook, people share their thoughts. People share their thoughts on Facebook. People share values on Facebook. Are you maximizing? Are you utilizing those contents? That's the only way you can lead. To be an intentional leader, you must commit yourself to growth. Invest in your growth. Invest in your growth. That is the only way you can grow. It is the only way you can grow. Invest in your growth. Okay, so these are the 3 steps you need to become an intentional leader. Yes, set your priorities right. These are the 3 steps you need. The first is determination. I'm going to run through. We are already coming to the end of this session. The first is determination. Determine what you want to stand for. Determine what you want to stand for. Decide how you want to be remembered. Decide how you want to be remembered. Okay. And then the second is recognition. Identify the gaps. between how you want to perceive and how you are now. And excuse me, identify the gaps between how you are now and how you want to perceive. And the third is commitment. The third is commitment. Sorry. Let me. Okay, so the third is commitment. Now, work on these 3 steps. Determine who you want to be, identify the gaps between who you are now and the person you are committed to becoming, and then commit to becoming. I will take this again. Determine who you want to be, identify the gaps between who you are now and the person you are committed to becoming, and then commit to becoming. When you take those 3 steps, commit yourself to it. When you work on those 3 steps, I tell you, you will see yourself on the path. I'm not saying you will see yourself there. Remember, it's a journey, but you will see yourself on the path to becoming an intentional leader. All right. So it is time for question. It is time for question. Thank you so much for joining me for this live session. Please, if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Okay, I want to see the hashtag replay. Thank you for joining. Seriously, I would have loved to of everybody that has joined me in this session. I would love to. Okay. Facebook users, see most of us. Okay, thank you for joining. Ahmed, thank you for joining me. Of course, thank you for joining. Obeten, thank you for joining me. Please, if you have any question, let me know.
Awesome. Wow,
I
what a
can't hear
section.
you.
What a section. Can't you hear me now? I think I'm audible. Yeah, I'm audible. Can you hear me? Oh,
I
yeah.
can hear you, but not loud
Awesome.
enough.
Thank you so much for the wonderful section. Thank you for the
Thank
wonderful
you for
section.
having
In
me.
fact, you have given a lot of insight about how we need to become intentional leaders. That it is a process, it's not just something that is one off. It is a process. It's something you think, oh, because I've started, I've done everything, and that is the end. No. So this, I must
Sorry,
say,
your voice is down.
oh, really? Let me see if there is anything.
Yes, it's so down. I can barely hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just wait for him to come up. I think he's having technical issues. And while we are waiting for him, if you have question, you're free to drop your question. And for a fact, when I see your question, I will try as much as I can to give responses to every question. Right? So you can drop your questions. Let's just wait for him. I believe he's having technical issues. He's having technical. So let's just wait.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay, welcome back.
Thank you. Am I audible enough?
Welcome back.
Okay. Am I audible now? Yeah. Oh, please, someone should turn on the comment to me so I can know if I'm audible. Let me not be speaking to myself alone. Okay. I can check on my second device that I'm audible enough. Maybe gift is from your end.
Okay.
Okay. That's great. Once again, I want to thank you for the session. It was a section that
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
you have spoken so much about how we can become an intentional leader. Especially the things that you have given to us, that first we need to be determined. That is, determination is so key if we really want to become intentional leaders. Secondly, you also said that we should be able to recognize where we are. That is recognition. And finally, you gave a very profound thing, which is commitment. Yeah, that is the key, commitment. This brings me to one saying by one man I fancy so much. That is Darren Hadley. Yes, Darren Hadley. Darren Hadley says that commitment is doing something you said long ago, even when the mood at which you said it has left you. Yes, even when the mood has left you. So when you were speaking, this was the thing that comes into my mind, because a lot of people, they are able to start, they know how to start, but moving, once that mood has left, that becomes the end of it. Yes. So I'm so grateful for this lesson.
Exactly.
And I believe those who are watching, and even those who will be watching the replay later, they will learn a lot from it.
Right.
Yeah, it is not something you need to do and say, oh, to your tent, oh Israel, I'm done with this. No, it's a gradual process and it continues. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. I don't know if we have any question in the comment section. I'm going to throw it right now to see if we have questions. But if we don't have, definitely you have done great justice to the lesson. And I know those that are following very well, they should be able to understand and run with it. Let me see. Yes, I also want to buttress on one point you made, that we need to communicate our vision to people. Yes, because most times failing to communicate your vision makes you go and sleep. But if you have accountability partner that you communicate, definitely they will always remind you, guy, alpha. What do you say you will do, alpha? I've not seen it. Yeah. Okay, we don't have any question, and I believe those who are watching us have taken a grip of the lesson and they understand it very well. So thank you so much, Gift. It has been a wonderful time with you, and we are happy to have you here. We hope for more partnership, and the relationship will continue. Thank you so much, Gift. Thank you.
So much. You do have a nice evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
And you too. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, my people. Oh, wow. What a session. We are back home. Yes, that was Gift Joseph, who was speaking to us on how we can become intentional leaders. The saying of Darren Hartley about commitment which I was trying that commit doing what you say you will do, even after the mood at which you said it has left you. So everyone, I'm so happy that we are here. Let us continue to be determinant in what we are doing. Let us recognize where we are and where we are going and show commitment. This will assure us a place. This will make us to become intentional leaders. For those who are just joining us, if you are watching the replay, please still send in your comment, your name and your location. And also, I'm making an announcement now. Please refresh the video. This one is going to end where our second speaker is going to start immediately in the next 5 minutes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I remain your personal development and leadership coach, your host, and also the founder of the platform Obeten Mbang. Keep living intentionally. Okay.